Hi, everybody. This is Michael from Halloween, and you are watching CMS TV.
You know, I mean, it's funny to me. You know, I see it on the socials when I see, like, even big bands like Stephen Pearcy does this all the time on his Facebook.
Okay.
He'll take a picture of a Rat song being played on XM or on SiriusXM.
Yeah.
And he'll post it.
Mm-hmm.
And that just says to me, there's really nobody else playing it except for fucking SiriusXM.
Well, that would be the case. That would be the case. People, because I get those pictures from people myself sometimes, and one of my friends over there in Ohio, they'll send me a picture of their Sirius radio, and it amazes me that people still subscribe to that.
I just signed up.
Did you?
Did I not tell you that?
No.
Yeah, I just signed up. I guess it was during the week, so no, I didn't tell you that. I just signed up on Monday. They gave a deal that I couldn't pass.
Well, what are you going to listen to on there?
You're gonna laugh.
I am gonna laugh.
My favorite channel on Sirius right now is channel 313, Yacht Rock. I think it's 313 or 311.
Okay. All right.
It's the Yacht Rock channel, and it is just it is Chris Aiken approved. It's just nothing but Looking Glass and shit like that. Baby, come back. Do, 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 do. You know,
Andy Kim.
Yeah, Andy Kim is in this thing. I mean, every one of these bands.
Well, what is it that they can provide for you that Spotify doesn't?
Better curating of the songs.
What do you mean?
They do a better job than Spotify does at feeding me what I want.
Oh, so basically you basically want somebody to program.
Yeah. I wouldn't pay, dude. If it was full price, I would not pay for it.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't think you would.
But they gave me a deal.
And what is the deal?
The deal, I got an email that the deal was $5 a month for 2 years.
Yeah, I get that all the time.
And then I called them and said I would do it for $3 a month for 2 years, and they signed, and they did it.
So they were able to negotiate with you.
Yeah, I sent them $72 or whatever that is, and I paid for 2 years.
How about that? At $3 a month.
$3 a month.
Wow. Boy, they must be desperate.
Yeah. Well, I hope they last 2 years.
Wow.
Otherwise, I got fucked. But
do you think satellite radio is still generating money?
I do, but not in the way you think.
Okay.
They are making the push now, and I've read this. I keep up with it in the trades because I loved it so much.
Yeah, I did too.
When it came out,
it was the greatest thing ever.
They're really making the push they're going to get rid of the satellite. It's going to be satellite radio without satellites in the next 3 years.
Yeah, well, that's expensive to maintain.
Yeah, and that's why they're they're switching it to all, like, the new devices that they're making, the new radios in the cars, everything come with like internet built into it and shit like that, which is.
So what's the difference between having your cell phone and connecting your Bluetooth to it or whatever?
Well, there's not really a difference except for they have different features on their app than the others do.
Okay.
The app is, and I'll give them credit because forever their app was terrible. And this is one of the reasons I signed up for it, was because the app is now, it's like a combination of podcast app, radio app, and Spotify.
Okay.
Like, you can do all the different things like, you could just look up a song and it'll pull the song, and then you can listen to the song, and then it'll play, radio that's curated to that song, like kind of like Spotify does.
Yeah.
But then all of the shows that are on there are available in podcasts. So like comedy and stuff like that, or like I was listening to Bennington and his stupid daughter show the other day.
Yeah.
And, I was just listening to it, and it was there, but I could listen to any show I think they've ever done. There was like 50 or 60 shows that were available.
Right.
That I could go back and listen to. So, is it worth it? I don't know. I'll get $72 out of it. I'll get $72 out of it just to have trunk stuff that we could play here on the show.
Right.
So just for that alone, I'll get my $72 worth. But
just think about that. The satellite radio has been reduced to internet radio.
It has.
I mean, seriously, they had a platform that was, obviously, I don't know if the word cutting edge is the correct verbiage or whatever, but
right
at the time when it launched and when XM launched, 90 or 99?
99 or 2000, somewhere in there, yeah.
Somewhere on there. And, that was the coolest shit because it was the kind of the Wild West of radio, and that was entertaining. And obviously, you got the shows like, our favorite O&A.
Yeah.
And then obviously Howard Stern went over to Sirius after he left his, his terrestrial radio gig.
Sure.
And, and then the programming and the music stations and all that other stuff. It wasn't just repeat stuff again and again and again. But now everything is just on a loop anymore.
Yeah.
And it's just,
it's not, it really, I mean, I listened during the week. I listened for probably 10 or 15 hours during the week. I really let it play for a long time.
Sure.
And really, they've improved on most of the stations. And the app has a lot of like substations that the radios don't have. Like Hair Nation as an example. Let me look it up here. Hair Nation has not only Hair Nation anymore, but there's like 10 subs of Hair Nation.
All right.
There's like Hair Nation Weekend Party and Hair Nation Deep Cuts, and
so they just basically have different servers.
Yeah, just different curated. Like here, I have Hair Nation Deep Cuts, Hair Nation Party, and Hair Nation Top 100.
So they're just basically doing that you've programmed the CMS radio network to do.
Pretty much, yeah. Only they have a lot more money than I do.
I understand that, but for somebody like us who basically does this out of skill and passion and desire, they can afford to hire programmers and develop this stuff. But in essence, they're not doing anything different than what we've been doing for years.
No. But I'll tell you what, I wish somebody would pay me $3 a month.
Yeah, sure.
Well, that's right, they do. And then they complain about it. They pay me $5. That's right, they pay me $5 and they bitch all the way home.
Radio only wants $3.
Yeah, exactly. They have more programming.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did sign up for it this week. I signed up to give it a go so I could keep up with my band Mark Strigle on the Boneyard, on Ozzy's Boneyard.
Right.
I was listening to him the other day. It was pretty, I'll give him credit. He is energetic compared to some of the goofs. Like I didn't have time to do it this week, but I will do it this coming week. I got to record just the bumpers for the Yacht Rock guy. Like they have the little bumpers.
All right.
They got this guy. He's doing the worst Thurston Howell impression ever.
Lovey?
Yeah, that's about what he's doing. He's like, oh, Lovey, it's more smooth here on Yacht Rock.
Right, exactly.
Like, oh, my God.
He's back as light in the loafers.
Yeah, but it's really funny. I don't know. I just saw it, and the deal was there, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to call these fucks, and if they come down even $1, I'll do it.
Nice.
And they came down $2.
And that was all because of the Yacht Rock.
All because of the Yacht Rock channel, yeah.
Wow.
And there's 2 Yacht Rock channels. There's Yacht Rock and there's Yacht Rock Deep Cuts. Who knew there was a Yacht Rock Deep Cuts?
Right.
But I was listening to that. It's like fucking songs from Christopher Cross that I never heard before and stuff. I was like, ooh, I like it.
How about that?
Me, Mr. Metal guy. In one breath, I'm talking about Morbid Angel. The other breath, I'm talking about Christopher Cross deep tracks. Sure. What the fuck is wrong with me?
And what do you listen to that on?
My phone.
Okay.
Either through headphones or my daughter. I'll give my daughter credit. She bought me this what do you call it? A Bluetooth speaker.
Okay.
It's called a JBL. I think it's called a JBL Jump. It's about this big. It's like the size of a football.
All right.
And that motherfucker is awesome.
It cranks, huh?
It cranks, and it cranks all the way up without modulating, and
it doesn't distort or anything.
Doesn't distort at all. It is fantastic. It's as loud as like a car stereo.
Yeah, sure.
And it does not distort at all. It's really great. And and it's small enough that, laying in bed all day, I just set it up on the little table next to me and it just goes.
Right. Well, my sister, this is back when people still were using iPods.
Okay.
My sister had bought me a Bose docking station.
Right.
Which at that time, that was not a cheap apparatus,
Sure.
Well, I still have it, but obviously I don't use iPod anymore.
Right.
But the thing is they built these Bluetooth adapters that plug into where your iPod used to plug into.
Right.
So, you had the docking station and you would, dock your iPod on it. Well, this little adapter thing just plugs in where the iPod used to plug into.
Okay.
And I use it for my Bluetooth speaker for my TV downstairs. And then I can connect to it via Bluetooth with my laptop.
Okay.
And I can connect my iPhone to it as well. So no matter what I'm using, in the bedroom is either my TV, the computer, or my iPhone. And I can just connect to my Bose docking station. That thing cranks out.
Hell yeah.
Sounds like a, big home stereo.
I know. It's great. I mean, when they work, it's great. Look at this. Look at this dirty Dave. XM is the cassette tape of subscription services.
It is.
Still plays, but it doesn't sound like shit. Sounds good to me.
I mean, it's again, if they're just doing what we're doing here, it's just a digital audio. I mean, internet digital audio. So what?
Yeah. I mean, is it super high fidelity? No, but I'm listening to it on a fucking little speaker sitting around doing work. It's good enough.
Yeah. Well, and I'll have to give XM credit that if you had an XM Sirius or XM subscription back in the day, they had an internet feed. Remember they gave you that internet feed for free, or or if it was like an extra $10 a month,
right?
Like that, and you could take your XM with you.
Yeah.
Or, if you couldn't get the signal, you could get it on the internet.
Yep, dude. and I remember when I had it so long. When I was working at the insurance company, I actually bought one of those extra antennas that was like the little magnet antenna.
Yeah.
And I ran it over to a window, like halfway across my office,
right,
so that I could listen to XM at my desk. Because that was before they had the internet feed, and then they gave the internet feed. But remember, the app was so bad, it would just cut out every 2 fucking seconds.
Yep.
And we were always like, how come we can do this between me and you on a Saturday, but fucking XM with billions of dollars can't?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's come a long way. I will say that.
I mean, obviously it's 20 plus years removed from the launch or the inception of it. But at the time, for what it was a good thing.
Yeah. I miss it. I miss having, like, I don't know about you, but I would put it on 202 and I was good all day.
Yeah, sure.
I would listen to O&A twice and I'd listen to Bennington in the middle and I was good.
Right. And,
it worked perfect.
Whoever it is out there, somebody had the presence of mind to put, all the O&As out there, all the Bennington, the
classic Ron and Fez.
Yeah, Ron and Fez. I still try to listen to Ron and Fez. It
just didn't work for you.
I just can't do it. I tried to get it, and the only thing that was entertaining for me was Bennington. Bennington is just sharp and fast.
Yeah, Bennington's great. I liked Eastside Dave too. He was just a psychopath.
Yeah, he was a goofball.
I'm with you. I didn't like Fez either, but the over-the-top gayness, I'm sure, is what drove you away from Fez. Because he's way over the top with it, But yeah, no, I just miss that day. That era of radio was so good.
Yeah.
And there's just nothing now. There's nothing. I mean, when you think about when we start talking about the big names now, who do you even talk about now?
Nobody.
Steven Crowder?
Yeah. Oh,
Joe Rogan.
I'm glad you brought that up. So what is the current state of Steven Crowder? I mean, obviously you got the deal with Rumble, but what about your friend Dave? He is no longer in that camp anymore? Or is that something you can't talk about?
He will come on one of our shows here.
Okay.
In the next, I would say 30 days.
Okay.
I really can't talk about it.
Fair enough.
It's a thing. Like it's a big thing, but he has an announcement that's going to be coming.
All right.
I'll say this much though. This much I can say. Don't believe everything that's being put out on Louder with Crowder.
Okay.
That's all I'll say.
All right. That's we know how that all works.
Yeah.
Like nobody ever tells the real story. They just tell you what will pacify you and go, oh well, that sounds plausible. Okay.
Yeah. Like this, don't believe that. That I can tell you for a fact. No.
Is that really the story they're putting out there?
That was what they put out the first day back.
Are you kidding me?
Nope. That was what they put, to which I sent a text that said, to which I got a text that said something other than that.
Right. Worse.
But yeah, for anybody that is curious, I literally talked to Dave yesterday for about an hour.
Okay.
Like texting back and forth, not talking, but we were texting back and forth. And I do know what he's doing. It is big. And
why wouldn't you know what he's doing? You're his webmaster. Exactly.
Well, we've got to be friendly, actually. I mean, we just talk, we just shoot the shit. Too.
Sure, absolutely.
But he has a big announcement coming.
Okay.
And at the end of the discussion yesterday, I said, "Hey, once it happens, let's come on one of the shows and talk about it." And he's like, "Okay."
Well, good.
So, I mean, when you're telling me your news off the air, I'll tell you my news off the air. How's that?
Fair enough.
So,
I'd like to get him on this show.
Well, we can get him on.
I know you had.
The hardest part with this show is he does stand up on Saturdays.
I get it.
If we can get him on a night that he doesn't have a stand up gig, and his wife won't kill him for dicking around doing this. One of the few nights that he's actually off on a weekend.
The wives.
Dude, if you worked every Saturday, see, I'll forgive that one a little bit.
Sure.
If I worked every Saturday and then I had one Saturday off and then I was like, oh, I got to go do press for the wife would not. The wife has a right to be a little pissy on that one.
Yes.
Why aren't you taking me to dinner, you fucking bum?
Yeah, you don't want to go around.
Yeah. Why do I only get to go to Tuesday dinners? Those suck.
Yeah, let's spend some of that money you've been working so hard for.
That's right. Spend it on me.
Exactly.
Well, I'm starting to think James Kotak not going to call.
No, he was supposed to be in on this segment.
10 o'clock, but I looked at my Facebook. He did not answer me back.
All right.
Well, whatever. If he calls, he calls.
All right. So he's supposed to jump in on the video thing?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Potentially.
Yeah. But he didn't message me to say that he's having trouble or something.
All right. Maybe he forgot.
Well, I messaged him at 8:30. I said, "You all set for tonight?" And nothing.
Nice.
Well, if he calls, he calls. I just want to talk to him about it. He's got so much fucking nonsense going on in his life right now.
I know he's interesting. He's an interesting character for sure.
Yeah. Well, I want to get him on for two reasons. One, I want to clarify all the bullshit that's going on with him right now.
Right.
I definitely want to clarify that stuff and let him set the record straight.
Yeah, let's drill down to the truth, pal.
Yeah, let's just enough with this. He's got a bad fucking foot, and that's why he couldn't play drums. And just get to it. Tell the truth.
Yeah.
Let's get to that. But also, he's kind of in the same political camp as you.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, given all the happenings this week, you and he might have a nice conversation about what's going on out there.
Sure, absolutely.
So for two reasons, I thought that he might be a good guest tonight, but
Well, yeah, maybe let's not lose all hope.
Yeah, I'm not losing hope. I don't know where he is.
Yeah.
So,
where are you at?
But I did confirm with him and emailed him and everything. Is what it is.
All right.
You know,
maybe his wife needed him to take her up there.
Is he married?
I don't know.
I can't see that guy being married. Can you?
He was married to Athena.
Yeah, was.
That's why I said he was married to her.
Keyword was.
Yes, but he was married. So you said you couldn't see him being married.
Yeah, well, that's kind of like you. That's like you were married. That doesn't mean I see you as the marrying type.
Yeah, but when I was married, I was a different guy.
I hear you there. And then after being married, you certainly were a different guy.
Oh, yeah. That was a lesson well learned.
Right.
And I carry it with me today.
That's right. Oh, well.
All right.
So much for that. I guess we'll play music and then we'll come back and do some work.
Yeah, we'll do what we do.
We'll do what we do. I have some stories. I'm sure you have plenty of stories.
There's all kinds of stuff to talk about.
Are we going to talk about Trump tonight just so that we can chase people away now?
You know what? I had zero interest in talking about it.
Yeah, all right. Well, then good, because I don't either. I mean,
because it's stupid. It's just a stupid persecution. That's all it is.
Well, I can lay my piece out on Trump in about 10 seconds. You ready?
Go ahead.
Don't go do something stupid that you can get set up for. Don't go rioting. Don't go fucking breaking shit up. Just fucking ignore it.
Right.
End of discussion. There's my Trump theory for the week.
So that's a message to the Trump fans.
Yes. Stay home.
Yeah.
Don't wear your dumb MAGA hats out there and fucking protest, even if it's peaceful.
Right.
Because they're going to send one asshole out there that's not going to be peaceful, wearing a MAGA hat, and then you're going to get blamed for it.
Exactly.
Don't be like all these assholes that are sitting in jail with video of them being led into the fucking White House or the Congress or wherever the fuck they were.
Capitol building.
Whatever it was. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
That's set up. Don't be one of those fools.
Yeah.
Anyway, there we go. Trump covered.
There you are. Fair enough. All right. Well, as a tradition here, I'll let you pick a tune to take us out of this segment.
All right. Then I am gonna go with. I want to go heavy. Let's go with the band is called Rage, and the song is called Enough Is Enough from the album Trapped.
All right.
And I want that because I heard it on SiriusXM, man.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to play a few tunes. We'll come back. Maybe James Kotak will, join us. Then again,
maybe
he won't.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. Well, here's Rage with Enough Is Enough exclusively here
on your classic metal show.